three things for me: kind of entry or increased usage by a couple of industries, for us, new products, and then also among that, something we call multi-tier supply chain financing. So on the first one, the industries, we've mentioned before, the ticket sizes that are involved and how inefficient that is. So I think two industries that can really benefit are e-commerce and commodities. E-commerce, transaction sizes are getting smaller. Trade volumes have increased significantly, but just the value of each trade has reduced. And that whole process is indeed really tedious for banks to handle if you're dealing with paperwork, manual reviews, and so on. The time involved, the legal costs involved, all of that. So with smart contracts and AI, obviously, we can facilitate trades, whether they're big, small, whatever it is, whatever actually works in the world, rather than trying to make these transactions fit some kind of financing criteria. The second industry I think that really benefits is commodities, where the risk is high, trust is maybe a bit lower in some cases than other industries. There's more risks of non-payment by one party. Sometimes that just might be due to a sudden change in price of the underlying goods. And you can see with smart contracts that enforceability becomes easier and more transparent if you set the conditions up front and there are these automatic triggers. As a funder on the commodity side, you might be worried about the risks of dealing with goods coming from a sanctioned country. So having the auditability of having all of these documents on chain and being able to verify those and see those gives you a bit more comfort in terms of, okay, actually this deal might pass my screen criteria. The second overall topic is basically just in terms of on-chain trade assets. I think we can really be more flexible in terms of, as I've touched on, smart escrow. What are these different conditions? These suppliers and buyers can be more creative now with whatever milestones they're seeing, or if they just want a certain number of days delay, or even if it's just, let's kind of keep our existing escrow arrangements, let's do it at a lower cost. And then for us, there's also multi-tier supply chain financing. So this is a product we already do quite a lot of in mainland China, and SC Plus just helps us bring it to the cross-border world. What it is let's take a tier 1 supplier, the t-shirt manufacturer, selling to a department store in the US. The tier 2 supplier might be the factory mills that sell to the t-shirt manufacturer. And then tier 3 might be a dye manufacturer that sells to a fabric mill. And because we can record and trace this entire series of transactions on chain, and because we're doing this without the slow manual process of here is each set of documents that a bank or someone else has to review at each step, we can give financing to that tier 3 dye manufacturer based on the credit quality of the department store much more quickly